Okay, we're back. Let's go ahead and continue this. Dave gave us permission to talk to the council, so we're gonna head on in. Hopefully, get this taken care of, and then we can start the next mission. Interesting history, all of that stuff. We'll find out, all about the. Where we go? Do we go this way?
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Huh? Thanks. Don't keep my ship fueled, man.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor. That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data?
Way to find out.
I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Yeah, he wiped out the, colony.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Would I?
Whatever risks exist, they are outweighed by this imminent threat. I agree. The request should be granted.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to...
Uh-oh.
What
Heck
was
was
that?
that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Oh, wow.
Terramorphs. More attacks.
Yeah.
Just as predicted.
Good God.
No.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support.
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming.
Got it.
And that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Where is he? Oh, here. Sister, is it a quest?
You! The EM
What the
rifle,
heck?
grab it! Now!
Stop! We're trying to help you!
Can't stop!
Why we need to pick that thing up?
What are you doing? EM fire, Captain!
Whoa! Maybe I was hitting the wrong one. Wait a minute. Let's do this again. Oh, shit. I could say the wrong thing. Let me see. You're supposed to be down at the spaceport. So I don't know how all of a sudden this is going on. We're supposed to be killing those Terra whatchamacallit. See security. You rifle, grab it. You, the EM rifle, grab it now. Oh.
Stop! We're trying to help you!
There must be something in all of that you can afford to let go of.
What? Incapacitate the attacker. Since the situation at the NAT station.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
Oh.
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control. Turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire. And keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Is it just generals can control someone's mind? So does this mean I need to worry about you turning on me? Uh-oh.
Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Okay, so we need to have this as a favorite, I guess. Yeah.
They're going to betray you. Oh God.
Hurry up. Come on, what's up? Woo! How come I can't shoot? This thing's not killing fast enough.
Never say never. Never say.
robots. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
I know.
Your call. We're on the line.
I'd rather just wait. We need a faster. Oh shoot! We need a faster, faster weapon. The problem is we're running out of ammo with this one. So we only have 34. Smart gun, it doesn't kill fast enough. Okay, there's one over something over here. Oh, there it is. Dig, no. Something else.
Look alive, Captain!
Whoa.
They're going to betray you.
See what I'm saying?
Nothing's gonna save you. Nothing's gonna save you.
Oh shit. Oh, come on, get up. Damn.
Never going to work.
Oh, come on! Gosh.
What is this? A new surprise? I see it quickly. Yeah.
There you go. They got the girls got her. Let me see something right quick. Let me check that other pistol. Maybe we should use the shot. We're out of ammo on that one. This one. Wait, they shoots too slow. How much ammo do we have? Oh, 184. Maybe this one too. But
They're going to turn you. Kill them. Kill them first.
it's only 19.
Help! They're gonna kill us. Please help.
You've lost. You're never gonna win. They always win.
There's another one everywhere.
Wonder if there are others with that power out somewhere. I'm glad it is in your hands.
Don't shoot! We're friendly!
Oh God! Here they come!
Hey, 260. That's a lot.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
The rest of the city is safe, thanks to us. You deserve whatever accolades you have coming.
I didn't want those guys to be influenced, and then we gotta attack them too.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. You best put the right people in the right place. Certainly doesn't feel like it. I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Where is Andrea? I don't think we need the EMP now. Let's see. We had what? We had a barn. I think grenades. I think. And we could give her.
Oh, always good to speak with a friend. A good team always shares the load.
Okay.
I appreciate having your ear.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
How the hell do terramorphs get into the city like that undetected?
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should
Losing
discuss.
anyone in the line of duty is a tragedy. These attacks, they can't happen again.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data.
Oh, really?
So, will you help us? I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in our office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Security as an officer. My responsibility to call their family. I've got a lot
I'm gonna
of
go
calls
check
to
in with
make
Chief
now.
Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
Hello.
Where's the elevator? Oh. Oh, maybe I am supposed to go this way.
Spaceport has anti-Xena protocol.
These orders. A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
I do now.
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Faroon.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Faroon to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Haha, sorry for that. That sure doesn't sound easy. What can you tell me about these codes? Can we forge them? We don't need to forge them.
I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Faroon? Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
Really?
Sounds as though I will enjoy this.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters,
Oh, really?
which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you. Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Okay, wow, wait, this has been the quest, I tell you. They're not going to give residents and citizenship lightly. Let's see, we gotta go, I guess. Whoa, wait a minute, what's going on? Still gotta talk to her?
Captain, would you like to finish your briefing on the ambassadors?
Oh. Okay.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge.
When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here.
He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Mm-hmm.
It does, but there's a concern. We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive.
Really?
His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice. The embassy is still legally House Varun's sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside. We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out. The Varun delegation brought more than a few of their native flora with them when they set up in the embassy. It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish, making it hard for us to verify what's flora and what's ambassador.
Oh.
It would at least be a speedier negotiation, but I, of course, hope the ambassador is alive and well.
Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know this is gonna be some quest. You should talk to a homie and say, hey man, you're giving us a hell of a lot more than we expected. Uh-oh, I don't see a marker. Oh, it's over there. Oh, okay. We're already here. I don't know. We got to go to these embassies and be sneaky and all this stuff. Why? It's like a diplomatic, post. We should be able to just walk in, get an appointment with the ambassador, and chit chat instead of all this sneaky stuff. I don't see how all this stuff is necessary. But, it's a game.
They build a monument to the people they lost, but not the people they killed.
Oh, crap. Where? Oh, here it is here. Okay, so we'll stop here. And we will say... Oops.
But notice that the Colony War Memorial is in direct line of sight of this embassy. I suspect that was very much intentional.
We're gonna end this video here, and then we're gonna continue with this mission in the next video. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on going until hopefully, I'm sure there'll be an end to this quest. Wow. This has been some quest. Especially early in the game. Wow. Or it was available early in the game. But we're at a point where we could we're strong enough to take care of these baddies, I guess. So we're just gonna go ahead, get this thing. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Appreciate the support. Hope you guys doing okay. And we'll continue in the next video.